So we're sitting here and we realize that in order to find the sum product, we're going to need some help. So we need a number that's going to represent each class. And the most fair number to pick is the middle number. So have the halfway spot between 40 and 49.999999999. And if you recall, we learned how to do that in chapter 2. Take 40 plus 50, 50, close your parentheses, divide by 2. There's the midpoint. Now you could do it again, 50 plus 60, close parentheses, divide by 2. Or you could just take that number and add 10 to it and work your way down. Oops, not too far. There we go. All right, now I can find the sum product, because equals sum product, parentheses, there's my first array, the midpoints. I can't use the time between eruptions, because as far as Excel is concerned, those are text. And then comma, and then the frequency array. Close parentheses, enter. So then the mean would be equal to the sum product divided by the sum of the frequencies. And there you go. There's our mean. Awesome. I'm going to put that back in here. So the mean's right there. Now it also wants the median. Well, that's going to be a little bit trickier. But remember, I mean, we ran into this before with the Scrabble problem. So the median is going to be, here, there's 200 points, or data points total, right? So the median is the halfway spot between the 100th and 101st data point. Okay, so all we have to do is figure out where the 100th would fall. So let me figure this out. So 8 and 44 and 23, how much does that add up to? If I add these 3, I would get 75. If I add these 4, oops, sum of those 4, I get 81. Aha. Okay, and see the next group? The next group's going to be way more than that, because, right, hold on. Let's call a spade. What I'm doing is I'm finding the cumulative frequencies. Remember, we found those in section 2.3 way back in the day. Okay, so if that's the case, this one's the sum of itself with itself. Right? I can just do this F4. There we go. And then I can drag it down. Ta-da. All right, so where does the 100th one fall? The 100th one falls in this category right here, because up to this point I've only got 81. So the median's going to be right in here. So the median is about 85, right? Why 85? Well, because 85 is the midpoint for that class, right? I can't do any more than that. I could say maybe 80 to 89, somewhere in there, right? That's it. That's all I can do, because I don't know anymore. The data is grouped. Oops. There we go. All right. And what about the variance and the standard deviation? Well, that's going to take some more doing. We haven't done that yet. And it's going to take some work. I don't even think we'll get it all finished right now. Okay, so let's start with the first column we're going to need. We're going to need a column that takes the x value minus, actually it takes the midpoint minus the mean, and you're going to need dollar signs on that mean. You're going to square it, and you're going to times it by the frequency. That's what you're going to do. So I'll do it with formulas, because that'll help. So equals, parentheses, midpoint, which is 45, minus the mean, which was 74.85 down here. Use the cells, for the love of goodness. Don't try to type this. Then square it, close your parentheses, square it, times it by the frequency, and the frequency was in cell C2. There you go. Now double click and fill down the column. There it is. Now I need the sum here, so I'm going to find equals the sum, parentheses, of all of this that we just found. All right, we'll pause here and we'll pick it up at the next one.